Welcome to the Raising Confident Girls podcast, your guide to raising strong, confident daughters. I'm Melissa Jones, the founder of Girls Positivity Club and a teacher for over 20 years. In a world where girls often feel overwhelmed, anxious, and confused, this podcast is your go-to space. As caregivers, we navigate challenges together. I founded Girls Positivity Club to provide a place where you belong and get the tools to face today's hurdles. Consider this your regular check-in with a trusted friend, offering insights and practical tips for meaningful conversations. I'm here to help you feel confident on this journey of raising a generation of empowered girls. Let's dive in and raise those confident girls together. Hey everybody, it's Melissa and welcome to Pep Talk Friday. I want to talk about something today that can feel really subtle, but really uncomfortable as a parent. You see your daughter around certain girls, and something feels different. She's still there. She's still part of it, still included, but something about it doesn't feel like her. Maybe she's quieter than usual, or trying a little harder, or going along with something you know she normally wouldn't choose. And you notice it right away because you know her. Maybe it's something small. You're standing there watching her with a group of girls and she laughs at something you know she doesn't even think is funny. Or she agrees with something you've heard her disagree with before. And it's subtle, but you feel it. That moment of, that doesn't feel like her. And if we're being honest, there's something underneath that thought that can feel a little uneasy because it brings up a bigger question. Is she changing? Or is she losing who she is? And that can feel hard to sit with because you love who she is and you want her to stay connected to that. And this is usually the moment where parents feel pulled in two directions. Part of you wants to say something. Why are you acting like that? You don't have to change for them. But another part of you hesitates because you don't want her to shut down. You don't want to say it in the wrong way. So you sit in that in-between space, not sure what to do. So here's the shift I want to offer you. When you're seeing her in these moments, she isn't losing herself. It's her figuring out in real time who she wants to be. She's learning where she fits, how to connect, what works in different spaces, what doesn't. And that process doesn't always look confident. It can look uncertain. It can look inconsistent. It can look like trying things on and then letting them go. And I know that can feel really hard to watch because part of you wants to protect her from that. You want her to skip that stage. But that stage is where it's built. Because most girls don't figure out who they are by being told. They figure it out by noticing. Noticing what feels like them, what feels off, what feels easy, what feels forced. And that doesn't always happen in the moment. It often happens later. When they're home, when things are quiet, when they're back in a space where they can relax again. And that's where your role becomes really powerful. Not to correct it right away, not to fix it, but to stay close enough that when she starts to figure it out, you're someone she can come back to. Because trying to fit in is often part of how girls learn where they actually belong. And that doesn't mean that every situation is a good one or that every friendship is the right fit. But it does mean this stage is part of how she builds her sense of self. So if you've had one of those moments recently where something just felt a little off, you're not wrong for noticing it. But it doesn't mean something is going wrong. It means she's in the middle of figuring something out. And here's a small shift you can hold on to. Instead of thinking, I need to fix this, try thinking, I want to understand what this feels like for her. Because that keeps you connected without making her feel like she's doing something wrong. And that connection is what helps her come back to herself. You're not losing her. You're watching her grow. And if this is something that you've been noticing lately, I also have a full episode called When Your Daughter Acts Different Around Certain Friends that is right before this one, that walks through this more deeply and will help you understand what's happening across the bigger picture. And as a reminder, as always on these pep talks, you're doing better than you think. I'm right here with you. I'll see you next time. Thanks for joining another empowering episode of the Raising Confident Girls podcast. Share today's insights with caregivers and friends, building beautiful relationships with strong girls. Hit subscribe so you never miss an episode. We're not just a podcast, we're a community. Follow Girls Positivity Club on social media for more empowering content on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube. This podcast empowers you, supporting incredible girls. Let's create strong, beautiful relationships with the girls in our lives. I appreciate you listening today. Stay confident, stay connected. Until next time, keep raising those confident girls. You've got this.